everyone, it's Chris here. Welcome back to my channel. So the painting I have here today is a watercolor piece titled Laundry Day. And I'm not sure exactly where the inspiration for this piece came from, but I know I wanted to draw the character in that tippy toes pose, and I just built the scene around it. And that's usually how my drawings come together. I have one little nugget of inspiration, whether that be like a certain pose in mind, a certain prop I want to incorporate. I start out with one little thing and then I build on top of it. So some of you have asked me to share more of the planning part of the process before the painting begins. So before I start a painting, I usually start out with a color thumbnail, and that is to test out what kind of color scheme I want for the piece. Every professional would probably recommend you do at least 3, but I usually end up doing just, one if I can get away with it. If I end up liking the direction in the first color comp, then I usually don't bother doing a second one, because I can already see from doing one what colors I liked about it, what I wouldn't include in the final piece. So it gives you an idea of where you want to go with your final piece and where you don't want to go. I don't know about you guys, but for me, it's incredibly difficult to decide what color any object in the painting should be. I'm incredibly indecisive when it comes to picking colors. There's so many possible variations, and I know that any color could potentially work, and I could potentially, make it harmonious, but it really bothers me when there's colors kind of out of place and it doesn't fit with the rest of the color scheme. So what I do is I usually try to stick to a fairly limited palette. I don't have too much to say about this piece. I quite like it. I think it turned out pretty cute. I was going for a 70s kind of look, and I hope that comes through. My mom said she really likes it, and she's a really, really tough critic, so I'll take her word for it. I'm temporarily closing my shop for a little bit, but when I'm back, I will have this as a print up on the store. So what I wanted to talk about today was to dig a little deeper into why I'm here on YouTube and what my plans are for the channel, I guess. I've mentioned before that I'm going to be talking a lot about what is going on in my career. And in order to do that, I think I should give you guys a little backstory and explain to you where I am at this point and what has led me up to this point so far. And just a little warning, I haven't really thought all the way through about what I'm gonna say, and I haven't written it out because it's a bit daunting. It's a big topic that I want to cover. It'll probably be covered over several videos, so yeah, I will try my best. So right now I live at home and I work from home, and that is because of a number of things. One, it saves a lot of money by living at home. Living at home was part of the plan for me. I was planning on moving back in with my parents in January of 2018, but I ended up moving in here a lot quicker because, what happened, this is a little tangential, but what happened was my boyfriend and I were supposed to go to Singapore and live there for a few months while he was doing an exchange program, but our plans ended up getting derailed because I found out that I needed to have surgery, and so I couldn't go overseas. Otherwise, I'd be a liability. I had knowledge of this thing at this point, so, I wouldn't be covered by insurance, and it would be financially devastating if anything had happened to me while I was overseas. Not only to me, but my family. So there's a lot of stigma around being, in your mid-20s and living at home with your parents. But I think that's rather unfortunate because I think it's a great way to save money, and without that financial burden looming over, you have some time and you have mental space to be able to think more about your career and your just future projections of your life. So by the time you guys are watching this video, which I hope is Friday, I am finishing up work. It's actually my last day at work. So where do I go from here? I don't know, but this is my choice. I choose not to go find work right away. I really want to take some time and figure out what I want to do. So I've been working full-time since July of 2014, so that's a little over 3 years. And while there are great advantages to working full-time for a studio, such as a steady paycheck, stability, throughout these years, I've been increasingly wanting to go independent. I want to invest more into myself as opposed to a company or someone else's idea, someone else's project. More and more, I became very frustrated with the fact that I was spending all this time and energy into not growing myself, but putting it into a project that, my name will be on it, but would I be proud of to have my name on that? Not necessarily, no. I would really like to talk about my experience in an animation studio in the near future, but it is a big topic that I want to cover, and it will have to be another video. So I will just summarize and say that I really just was feeling this desire to move away from working for someone else. So it came to a point where I was questioning myself. Why am I doing this? Why am I here? Is this the reason I became an artist? To draw things that I don't care about? So a couple of years in, and I was again just questioning why I'm here. Why did I go to college? Why did I want to become an artist? This may sound a little elitist, but I think I just felt like my skills were not being put to the best use. I felt like I was wasting my time, I was wasting my skills when I could be putting that time and energy into investing in myself. So that's what brings me to this point here. I am finishing up with my contract with work. The project is over, the show is done, and I have no idea what I'm gonna do. So going into this contract that has just come to an end, I knew that it was going to be ending sometime around this year. So because I knew that I didn't want to go find another job right away, I wanted to kind of figure out what I wanted to do with my life. I've been growing my social media. I've gone pretty hard on Instagram since I guess starting this year, which is actually quite a change for me, because I have always had a problem with staying consistent and uploading art frequently. I always tend to kind of disappear on social platforms after a little while, and I haven't done that for a long time. I think this is a record for me, so I'm very proud of myself for that. So yeah, I have been growing my social media as much as I can to get my name out there as an artist, to establish myself. I have opened my online shop, which is one revenue stream, and I've just launched my YouTube channel, which hopefully eventually will be another revenue stream. And I have to tell you guys, after having made 3 videos now, I regret not doing this sooner. So since I'm not gonna be working anymore, I really intend to go all out on the YouTube thing. I hope to have at least one video out every week. And in the near future, I do intend on launching a Patreon so that people, if they wish to do so, can help fund the efforts that goes into making content for my YouTube channel. I'm undecided as to when to launch it. A part of me thinks, like, what are you waiting for? Just have it out there. You're not gonna lose anything. But I think having some momentum would be helpful, so I should probably wait until I have at least, 5,000 subscribers. But a few people have asked me about it so far, and it could potentially be a life-altering thing. Just imagine if only a fraction of your most dedicated followers were helping to fund your projects and the creation of your content. I think that's really exciting to think about, and something I really do want to work on for the near future. I'm not delusional in thinking that is gonna happen anytime soon, where I will be able to live off of that, but it's all incremental. It will build over time as I build my YouTube channel. I get my name out there, my work out there, and start building a community around the channel. And I don't know, I'm hopeful. I'm quite optimistic in that sense. And if all else fails, and failure is a real possibility here, and as much as it would hurt my pride, I am not afraid to go back to another job if need be. I don't like to be financially insecure. So I have prepared for this moment for a long time. I've been saving up a lot. I don't want to dig too deep into my savings. But I will, I really want to make this thing happen. Like I said, I don't know exactly how, but I am gonna go full force with the YouTube channel and eventually launch my Patreon. And yeah, I'm optimistic. It makes me nervous to talk about these things because it sounds maybe a little presumptuous, but it's what's on my mind right now and what I'm in the process of doing at the moment, so I guess it's never too early to talk about it. One of the reasons why I'm trying to become independent is because there's a lot of uncertainty in my life in the near future. I don't know where I'm going to live next year. When my boyfriend is done school, he's not sure where he's gonna be. He might be pursuing a master's degree program over in Singapore, or he might just be able to find work right away, and we don't know where that's gonna be. And because my work is more flexible, especially if I'm independent and I'm able to support myself that way, then I'm in a better position to move wherever he's gonna be. If I could support myself through my online store, through YouTube and Patreon, it could mean that I could be very mobile. I can be basically anywhere around the world as long as I have a good internet connection, I guess. And that's a really, really exciting thought. So I hope that wasn't too rambly for you guys. I hope you were able to follow along. To summarize, I guess I am no longer working full-time. I'm not working at all, actually. I am going full steam in with the YouTube thing, and I am planning on launching a Patreon in the near future. And yeah, I guess I am officially pursuing an independent artist career. I am scared, I may fail, I may stumble, and I am excited to share that with you guys. So that is it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed learning a little bit more about why I'm here and what I intend on doing in the near future with my channel. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about me and what's going on in my life right now. And if you are in a similar position, then I really hope that you are getting something out of me sharing my experience with you. and I'm just really excited to share my journey with you guys. If any of this resonated with you, please leave a comment down below. If you have any questions, I am going to be doing a Q&A video in the future, so I will be compiling them for that video. So please go ahead and ask any questions you would like, and have a great weekend, everyone, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!